Alright, so this video is going to be me rambling, venting, and shitting on people regarding Helluva and the updates involving episode 8 in season 2. Now before I get started, please, for the love of God and all that is fucking holy, do not attack anyone at all. Not Viv, not the fans who expressed their opinions on the update, not anyone at all. But if you ever do so and say, "Real puppies sent me here to attack and defend a queen," then you can fuck off my channel and or get your happy ass blocked and get the hell off your high horse. I do not condone that shit. You are entitled to your feelings, you're entitled to your own opinions, just don't be a fucking asswipe over it and claim I hurt your precious little fifis over my feelings and opinions. So to sum up the whole shabacle, the official Helluva Twitter account posted an update regarding episode 8 in season 2, basically explaining that episode 8 was more of a special rather than a part 2 we were all hoping for, and the team has decided to skip ahead to season 2 as a whole. Now, was I disappointed upon hearing the news? Yes, especially since episode 8 wasn't the part 2 finale we were all hoping for. But that doesn't mean I was extremely upset upon the update and the whole ordeal. For me, I saw the season 2 being an all-you-can-eat buffet with the appetizers and main course, and episode 8 being a big-ass ice cream sundae. Unfortunately, a bunch of stuff happened with fans expressing their fifis, getting hurt, as well as the crews and Vivs, and Viv having a bit of a mental break, and taking time off of social media, and people getting on her ass about her poor communication upon updates, and the split legal allegation regarding her Die Young video, and videos involving that, and going more into detail about all that will be in the description. Do not send these people hate. And they explain it a lot better than I do because I don't give a fuck about being a broken record at this point. Now, I'm seeing both sides of the matter, the side of Spindle Horse and the side of the fans. I'm gonna start with the sides of the fans. The real true fans of Helluva and Has-Been, and Viv herself. I get that everyone was upset about lack of communication, but at the same time, I feel like that even the crew and Viv are bad at communication. The update was at least something, regardless if episode 8 was overhyped or not. Now, that could just be me being an overly nice person, and someone having an understanding on Viv's side of things, but if you feel this way, that's valid, and hey, at least it's better than nothing in my eyes. Now, for what Viv did and posted on her Twitter, was it unprofessional? Yes, but hear me out. I feel like Viv is overly stressed from working on both projects such as Helluva and Has-Been. Now, for those of you saying,
well, she shouldn't be working on 2 shows. She should be focusing on 1.
bruh, Viv can do whatever the hell she wants as a creator. If she wants to create more than one show, that's her choice. Hell, Toddler Girl aka Baby Star has 3 or more comics on her FA pages for Christ's sake. Even I myself have a shit ton of projects in the works for the love of Lucifer x Valentino ships. And at the end of the day, it's Viv's choice if she wants to focus on more than one show, or more than one project. I feel like I can relate and somewhat sympathize with Viv on the communication thing, though for me nowadays, I feel like I update everyone too much instead of too little. And I know people are gonna say,
Viv should hire someone to control her social media if she can't handle it.
Okay, can kind of understand why because of communication issues, and the fact that Viv had a mental break and is stressed AF, and may have gone back to the petty and guilt-trippy habits she's been known to have in the past, and taken it out on social media. I mean, Argus knows I've done this more times than I can honestly remember. But I think the reason why she can't or doesn't hire a social media manager is because she may or may not have the funds for one. Because it would not only cost a pretty penny, depending on the person and how much money they make, but it would also kind of drain a partial of the fan funding that goes into Helluva, and possibly Has-Been. We'll get to that later. I mean, I could be wrong on the money thing, correct me if I am in the comments, but also, she may want to have control over her social media rather than have someone do it herself. Because social media managers can not only be very expensive, but also some social media managers can be pretty shitty. Like talking shit on Twitter, for example. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just a theory of mine regarding Viv and her social media. Once again, at the same time, I feel like I can understand where Viv is coming from stress and everything going on, and having seen a lot of fans upset, and possibly thinking everyone expected her to be the utmost perfect creator, and then being mad about everything in the update. Again, I say possibly because reasons. Now again, everyone's entitled to be upset, including the creators themselves. But that doesn't mean everyone has to go after each other for it. Also, there was the thing about the show being free, quote unquote, but also fan funded from fans supporting Viv and the other creators, from being a patron to their Patreon, or buying Helluva Has-Been merch on Shark Robot, or was it Shark Reboot? I don't know. The show is on YouTube, a free video streaming service, so maybe that's what they meant by free show? I don't know, I'm just making up theories and assuming assumptions. But making a show costs money, so merch from making a show helps the show get produced. So I guess it's free, but it's also not. I'm kind of between on that one. For me, I'd love to support the shows, but for one, I can't buy merch nor support Viv on her Patreon because I'm broke as fuck. But if others do, or want to continue to do so, that's their choice if they have the funds to support it. I mean, come on, they've got Striker merch on there! My boy! Him's my boy! My boy, you're here! My boy! Sorry, just, let out my inner fangirl there. Sorry. Secondly, if there's a bunch of stuff behind the scenes the crew can't speak out on, unless they either have the consent of Viv or whoever's in charge of behind the scenes stuff, or they want to keep things under wraps as a surprise for the fans, then that's a different story. For me, it's understandable. A lot of studios do this kind of thing, but I think the main thing that's an issue is the communication regarding the whole thing. Again, understandable from both sides, but I feel like studios and creators do this all the time. Or that just might be me, because I don't really pay attention to updates and all that stuff. I'm just a fairly patient person who doesn't want any spoilers. There's also the thing we all have to remember. We're all human. Creators are humans. Viv is human. The fans are humans. You get it. I think Viv taking a break from social media after the whole drama bomb of the update is a good thing for her, and I hope she's doing well. But at the same time, the fans are entitled to their feelings, and I feel like everyone's just going after everyone for it. And here's where I'm getting into the nitty-gritty of the whole thing, and just assuming assumptions involving Viv, Spindle Crew, and everything in between. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, once again. Viv has been proven to take critique and reviews, though I feel like it was due to a lot of harassment from the toxic fans, the stress involving Has-Been and Helluva, the alleged allegations involving Die Young. All the stress is what made her snap, in a way. Again, assuming assumptions and making up theories. Now, call me a white knight sheeple if you will, but Viv is still human. And yes, there does need to be communication, but that doesn't mean people can go after not just Vivian herself, but the other fans who are understandably upset and disappointed. And that also includes the rest of Spindlehorse as well. The toxic fans are the ones attacking not just Viv and Spindlehorse, but other true fans like Moonbuddy for expressing her opinions and her feelings about the update. Yes, Viv and the crew are slightly guilty of that as well, but I'm not going to get on them about it because, again, reasons, and I understand from their side in a way. It's getting to a point where a lot of the fans are leaving the Helluva Has-Been fandom. Like, bruh, assholes! If you're someone who's not only attacking Viv about episode 8 and season 2, and attacking other fans just for sharing their thoughts and emotions on how Viv and the crew acted, all I gotta say is, if you can't understand everyone's human, and everyone's entitled to their own feelings, and wanting to say their piece on the matter, then leave the fucking fandom! It's that easy and simple as that. How hard is that? Are we surrounded by idiots here? It's gotten to a point where the fandom's almost being as toxic as the Steven Universe fandom back in the day. I say almost because I'm hoping no one's going to do another Zammy drama because... dear God, was that a dumpster fire that grew into a forest fire. And I'm just gonna say it. I don't give a fuck that Viv acted unprofessional. I don't give a fuck that people express their emotions on the update. I don't give a flying fuck that people are saying Viv should have someone manage her social media and should improve on communication regarding updates on Helluva and Has-Been Hotel. All I care about is the fandom ridding of the toxic pieces of shit. People being understanding where a lot of us are coming from on both sides of the fandom spectrum. And more importantly, the physical, mental, and emotional health and well-being of the fans, the Helluva crew, and Viv herself. At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all deserve at least some form of peace and unity. Before this video ends off, a quick message to Viv as she comes across this video somehow. We all want you to understand that you seem like a super sweet and awesome person. But the one thing we want you to see is that we want you to see this as a bit of a learning experience of all the communication regarding updates on Helluva and Has-Been. And please understand that we aren't trying to say a lot of horrible things to you or about you, saying you should be perfect and blah 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 blah. We're just saying improve on communication and updates. I understand that it's hard to take negative reviews and critiques, considering that I'm still an amateur at literally everything, including existing, and that Hello Boss and Has-Been Hotel are basically your pride and joy. And even though I'm not an animator or creator of something like Helluva or Has-Been, I still understand. But hear me out. The only thing that's a major issue is communication, and that's hard to keep up with, especially with everything going on. But you have proven to take critique in the past, so prove it again, girl. You got this. Now again, for me, I understand where you're coming from, and we're not saying reveal everything behind the scenes. Just show off what you can once it's complete, or what you feel like showing off is a little sneak peek or something involving Helluva or Has-Been. And we aren't saying update frequently, just update whenever you can about Helluva or Has-Been. I hope you're doing well, staying safe, and that you continue to do what you do best. And that also includes the crew as well. And if I'm being honest, you're actually one of the top creators on my list that inspired me to get back into art. Hopefully things are going to get better for you and the crew, Viv. Please stay safe, and things will get better. For the upset fans, you have a right to be upset. No one deserves to be attacked for it. But I mean, we got an update on Helluva Boss, so it's better than nothing. I mean, it could have been worse. The show could have either been bought out by Disney and would have either ended after the first season instead of 3 seasons and never had a chance to see the light of day again, or was taken down by YouTube in general and would have only been available on places like Netflix, Hulu, or Patreon, and Netflix and Hulu would have canceled the show and taken it down entirely without warning. If I jinx that, I swear to God. As for the toxic fans attacking the fans who are upset, Viv, and the rest of the Helluva Has-Been crew, or anyone and everyone at all, fuck you. Leave the fandom if you're that upset. Don't attack anyone. Nobody deserves that. Apologize to Viv, the upset fans, and the rest of the Helluva Has-Been crew. And the fandom for your bullshit. And if you can't or won't do that, jump into an active volcano and get the fuck away from me. Alright, that was a rant. If anyone has any questions regarding my involvement in the Has-Been Hotel / Helluva Boss fandom, I'll leave them in the description or in a pinned comment. I do have plans for Helluva Boss and Has-Been Hotel on my channel as well as other social media. And speaking of which, I already spoke my piece on Twitter, but I feel like I want to throw my hat into the ring again after watching a few videos on the matter as well. And well, here we are. If you still want to support Viv and the crew, continue to do so. Give them love for all they've been through. If you want to support others who are still somewhat part of the fandom involving Has-Been and Helluva, and give them love for all they've been through, do so. My intention is not to send hate to anyone, not Viv, not Moonbuddy, not any other upset fans, not the crew, not anyone. Just spread love to everyone and wish them the absolute best in life and shine some light on their day if you can. Cue the outro. I'm out.